Fomniaje, umejiuliza we, hakuna haja kunyamaza kimya na wajiumiza mwenyewe. Usinyamaze, ongea.
Baadaye tuko na watu.
Watu wako ama
wako.
Naona Charles Kanja Jema wa Githurai.
Watu wako wengi sana.
Wako
naambia welcome. Wazi. Thank you. Hey, see, mko on fire. Yeah, so we're already on
live.
Yeah.
So thank you our viewers.
Valentine is coming.
Where's your boyfriend?
Burudia tena.
You are so lonely.
Tuko by the sisi tumeanza Valentine mapema.
Yeah, and that is the
Yes, mama county.
Mama county.
Well,
mapenzi menyanesha maneno hata
women report.
Mapenzi gani bado mtoto hata kitovu hajakuwa.
Uokidoliwo.
Kiswahili na bagni, Kiswahili na nibago. Inanila bago hivi kidogo so. Mtoto bado hata kitovu hajapona, mapenzi shaku
kubagwa. Mapenzi shakubago.
Asante. Focus. It's February. Mapenzi imekubago. It's February, it's the month of love. Sindivyo? Yeah, it's February, it's the month of love. From wherever you are joining us, karibu sana to this particular segment of this wonderful episode where we have young people discussing, being the voice of advocacy in menstrual health. So without much further ado, I think I'll introduce the powerful guest that we have here today. And this is how we're going to do it. Utatuambia jina, sindivyo? Alafu please tell us one thing, at least kitu kidogo, make it fun. Karibu wenye unatuwatch online already, please make it fun so that you can just tell us your name and also tell us one thing about you that people do not know. And if possible, related to menstrual health and hygiene. Imebago?
Haijabago.
Iko fiti?
On point.
Haya, sawa. Maintain.
Hivyo.
Tutaanzia hapo.
Okay, habari zenyu viewers. Hi viewers, my name is Joan Zilpa, psychologist and GBV case manager. And Chege ulisema kitu moja. Yeah, one thing about me that is unique, relatable with the MH is being that we are entering or we are in the month of love. I love sex. Wow. So yeah, that's something about me.
Something about you.
Yeah.
Joanne. And one thing about her is she loves sex. Maintain. Ivo.
Hello people. My name is Lovina Kinyi from Nakuru County. Human rights advocacy advocate. Yeah. And a menstrual health champion from Nakuru County. Yeah. And what is unique about me? Portable petite.
Maintain. Hivyo inamaanisha nini? Tauliza direct.
If you know, you know.
You know, double P. Kama unajua hiyo portable petite, tuandikie hapa tusome. Wengine wetu ni wazee. Asante.
Yes, hello, my name is Brenda Alwani. I'm the team lead at My Body, which is a women's rights organization. We basically advocate for inclusive and comprehensive sexual reproductive health and rights. And I think you said this month is the month of love, right? And one thing I always embrace is let's spread love with dignity. There's a lot that is going on. Yesterday I was reading about a young couple. Najua tukikuwa campus wote tunakuwa tuko na mabwana, that is in quotes, because we want to fit in that shoes. Yeah, parents at home, tumetoka penye tumefinyiliwa, so tukikuja mostly huku Nairobi ama any other town that we go, we always get into relationship. Others we even move in with our boyfriends. So this young couple, the guy stabbed the girlfriend who was pegged and she was about to give birth. So one thing I love about myself when it comes to menstrual health management matters, I always say that any girl has to bleed with dignity. That is, I must say that I'm one person. Nikianza kunyesha leo na sina pesa, any person that will come in my mind na kuomba 50 bob ama 100 bob ya pads, I will ask for it. And the first thing I must say, my current boyfriend nilimuomba 100 ya pads na alinipe. Hivyo ndo nilikwama.
Hivyo ndo ulikwama?
Yes.
Sawa, asante sana. And it's good that tuko na hii powerful set. Watu wa mtaa yetu Nakuru, watu wa Trans Nzoia, watu sijua wapi, everybody is there now. Maybe Joanne, maybe you can tell us why GVRC is leading, is charging for change. Najua charging for change when it comes to issues of menstrual health and connections to GBV. Yeah, but for now, maybe you can talk about GVRC, you can talk about the project and why GVRC is partnering with the development partner donor to do this. Why are we doing this?
Okay, as I said, my name is Joanne, and I'm a psychologist working at the Gender Violence Recovery Center. What does Gender Violence Recovery Center do? Gender Violence Recovery Center majorly supports survivors of GBV. That is through treatments and psychosocial support. As well, we do projects, advocacy, we do preventions, and we do research and trainings outside there in relation to gender-based violence, just teaching people in the community, creating awareness of GBV and trying to prevent or to curb that issue of gender-based violence. So talking about menstrual hygiene, gender-based violence has been funded by the Embassy of Canada, that is through the CFLI, that is Canadian Funds for Local Initiative, to run a project on menstrual hygiene into the community. Why did GVRC consider doing this? This is because when we look at so much matters in the coming into the units for treatment, the girls, the women who are coming into the units for treatment, we find that some of the GBV related issues are some of the GBV issues that they present is related to issues of menstrual hygiene. For example, a girl comes into the facility. This girl is 14 years old, this girl is 13 years old, but you find that this girl is maybe pregnant, or this girl tells you, I was defiled by someone because maybe I met with him somewhere and he told me, because you are menstruating, let me help you, maybe buy you sanitary towels. But in exchange to this, you find that the girl has to maybe have sex with this person. Another case is a girl coming into the facility. She is pregnant. Why? Because maybe she got a boy somewhere. This guy told her that through the myths that we know about, this guy told her that for you to maybe stop having cramps or stop having the MPs, the menstrual periods, I will help you. How is this guy going to help this girl? By maybe sex, through sex, and through sex, this girl falls pregnant. So we have so many cases of MH related to GBV coming into the facility, and that is why we sourced for our partners, the Canada Embassy, to help us support the girls into the facility. So, Chege, what do we do in the project? Through the project, so what do we do? Talking about the project, Menstrual Hygiene Matters, we go into the community, reaching out to the women, talking about menstrual hygiene matters, how they can use their pads, how to dispose them, how to keep hygienic. As well, we go into the schools, reaching out to the school girls, just to create awareness of menstrual health as well as the hygiene. And we do also support the partners or stakeholders to maybe in meetings to see how best we can be able to curb this situation of menstruation stigma to our girls. And again, just to mention, it is a project, Chege, that the Canadians have been supporting us since last year, that was 2024. And we've gone through it until right now. And so far, that is what we've been able to achieve. And I can say it is massive, and the community is really receiving it very, very well.
Thank you. I think special thanks to the Embassy of Canada in Kenya through CFLI project.
Yeah.
That is the Canadian Funds for Local Initiatives. Umesema vitu mob zenye the project in address. Maybe I'd come to our youth champion here.
Yes.
You've interacted with the project, ndivyo?
Yeah.
Maybe unaweza sema hii project ya CFLI addressing issues of GBV and menstrual hygiene matters. What is your take about the project? Unaona kama inaweza ama iwezi? Alafu pia ameguzia kitu poa, like there was a lot of myths and misconceptions. So pale kwa grau naweza sema project imefanya nini, na wewe na Brenda pia mnaweza share hizi ma misconception and myths related to menstrual health.
Okay, as my colleague has said, hiyo venye community imechukulia huko imekuwa massive sana. Community imechukulia positively vizuri, na tumepata kusaidia wasichana ambao labda wangeingia kwenye tatizo hili bila kujua. Yeah, through the school visits, through the community engagements, na kuengage na stakeholders wengine pia, ili kutatua shida hili la wasichana kujiingiza kwa shida hili la kulala na wanaume, ili kupata sodo waweze kujikinga na hiyo stigma ama hiyo shame ambayo inakuja na kutokuwa na uwezo wa kununua hizo sodo, kujisaidia kwa wakati wao wa hedhi. Yeah, so I am happy to be part of it. I am happy to be associated, and as a youth advocate, as a youth champion in my community, I support the girls in school and out of school too, the women where I can, because it is my watu wanasema ati if you are given there's a quote that says that if you've been given the name, it comes with responsibilities. So me as a youth champion, what am I doing in my community? Ili nisiwe tu nimebeba hiyo jina kama youth champion wa menstrual hygiene. Yeah, I helped these ladies, young women or school going girls in venye naweza tu. In my small savings, I buy them pads, or through donors like GVRC pia wanakuja pia wanatoa sodo yao. Yeah, we've done school visits with GVRC, and wasichana hawa tunawasaidia pia kielimu. Yeah, wapate kujua, si ati wapate kujua because it's menstrual hygiene matters. Yeah, wapate kujua jinsi wanavyo how they can use these pads if they are given. Unapata mahali kama Kajiado hakuna maji ama mahali hakuna maji, wakipatiwa hizi, if they are given these pads that are recycled. Yeah, how can they use it? How can they recycle it? How can it sustain them? Yeah, si ati wanatumia then after masiku chache ama some few months zimeharibika hawezi tumia tena. Yeah, so we teach the girls how to maintain the pads, how to maintain themselves, how to maintain their dignity in the community, so as to be better women in future.
Nice. And maybe have you experienced any myth and misconception related to menstrual health? Like for example, nakumbuka when we were growing up, we used to hear that if you have sex during menstruation, you will not get pregnant.
Yeah.
So I'd like for you maybe to tell me, have you made such myths, such misconceptions?
Yeah, the myths are there. The myths are there. Which ones? The myths are, for example, mwanamke kama mimi hafai kwenda kanisani anapokuwa katika hedhi zake. Yeah.
Nice.
Because we are considered as unclean. Yeah. And mimi nimeenda kanisani hata nikiwa kwenye hedhi zangu na hakuna kitu kimenifanyikia mpaka sasa.
Thank you. So we are debunking those myths.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us right now. Tumeingia kwa where we are just discussing the voice of the youth in addressing or engaging in matters menstrual health advocacy. Before we go to Brenda, if you have any question, please, you can always write it, DM us on any of our social media pages. You can also post the question right here, and somebody will be able to get back to you with an appropriate answer. Our toll-free number is
0800 720 565.
Tunaiweka hapa. If you have any question, you can call for free from any particular network or handle. Let's go to Brenda. Maybe you can start by sharing some of the myths, and then kindly you can tell us about how you use your platform, especially where siku hizi umeendelea wewe ni mtu digitali. How do you use your platforms, and which platforms are these? How do you use these platforms just to run the campaigns on menstrual health and hygiene? Maybe you can talk about the myths. You can tell us the platforms you use. But before that, we would like to know, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this as Brenda? Why is my body in this? What's your motivation? Then you can start with the myth, your motivation, and the platforms that we use.
Thank you very much. That is a lot.
It's a lot.
Miaka inasonga. Anyway, I remember.
Twende pole pole.
Yes. You said I'll start with myth, then my motivation, and then why. And the platforms I'm using for the advocacy. Okay. Menstrual health management is something that every youth I'm seeing online, my friends are also trying to address. And it's one of the ordeal that as a country, we really need to address it with concern. If I remember last year, during 16 days of activism, Plan International had a town hall. Was it 16 days or it was something celebration? 16. And was it 16 days? Mm-hmm. And the State Department representative was there giving the report from the government of how they have done it as a government to give out free sanitary pads. And the concern came from myself. I even asked the GBV sector, the National GBV Sector Working Group, because I support girls in Isiolo and Marsabit, and there are some teachers who asked for the kind donation of sanitary pads. Yet the government is telling us there are some pads which they are distributed, which means they need to have a mechanism to know if the pad gets to the students, and also the kind or the quality of sanitary pads they give to the students. Yes, they might be giving the pads, but are the students taking them? Because most of the schools you'll find the sanitary pads on teachers' desks and even the shelves. So coming to the myth, while growing up, I must say some of the things that I got to hear from my parents and even my community members. Sisi tulikuwa tunaishi kwa area huko Trans Nzoia, and we share a lot of common things. Ilikuwa ukianza period, a man or male person should not see your blood. Hadi choo ulikuwa unaenda, kama kutakuwa na blood, men will not enter that washroom.
Why was that?
Si utakuwa unclean. Wanasema like period wewe ni, it's like, I don't know, kama wewe ni mchafu. So, hiyo uchafu yako mtu hata akiruka, maybe they might go mad. They might not even give birth. For the men, they might not even get married. So your time ulikuwa ujichunge sana ndio usiharibu community. And remember how a boy child is being held in the community. Ukikosea hivyo ukisema, you will be punished. The same thing with school. I must remember, let's all remember, there's a girl who died in Bomet.
Yeah.
She had gone to school, alafu akanyesha. Then
the
teacher mwalimu mwanza, and it was a female teacher. They made fun of her and sent her away. Aende nyumbani because ameharibu nguo. So how will other students look at her? Instead of her helping her hakumsaidia. So she went home. Kufika nyumbani, I don't think if aliambia mamake, si unajua tukikuwa home atampea chosto, alienda kwa mtoni. End of the day, the girl committed suicide. Because of the pain she had, like where she felt safe with even a female teacher, she could not help her. So there are a lot of things that happen. Also, we have different backgrounds. Like Kibera, I've worked and I'm still working in Kibera. When we give them the sanitary pads, especially the reusable ones, wao wanasema mtatupatia lakini tutaanika wapi? hapo nje men are not supposed kupita wakiona. Wazazi wetu men hawafai kuona, even the brothers hawafai kuona, so wanaificha kwa nyumba, wana hang tu, and remember iko na hiyo moist, so bado inawapea magonjwa. And I know I'll write a lot about what I know about it, and I'll even comment on some of the myths that I get from the girls that we support. And you say the second, I also say the myths.
Social media.
Then the next one is
You've spoken about the platforms.
the platforms. The platform that we use, and we even partnered with GVRC through the funds from the Canadian Embassy. We use social media platform to engage as many people as possible, because we realize that we can only reach a larger number of people through social media. We do not have that funds to go to all the 47 counties. So we partnered with GVRC to engage youth from Nakuru, Kajiado, and Nairobi. And we got a lot of insights. We were so happy that even we were joined by youth from other counties who really engaged on this matter of sanitary, of menstrual health management. And I'm so happy that we are even having male champions who are championing menstrual hygiene matters.
That's amazing.
We need to all learn from youth from Kibera. Like, you will go there, you'll find men talking about sanitary pads, men even outsourcing for sanitary pads. Some even call me, like Vincent from Wasani Sana, Brenda, uko na nini wasichana wangu? I have to borrow from my friends, from partners like UNFPA, World Serve International. Pads nitapata nimtumanishie apatie wasichana. Like, they are so happy seeing girls not missing school, girls not being taken advantage of. Remember, Kibera is a informal settlement. Kupata pad si ngumu, utaenda kwa boda, atakupatia. Utafanya 1, 2, 3, utapewa. So we really support each other through that, through the donations, and that has kept us moving. And my motivation is to support that girl who cannot speak for herself.
Amazing.
I know when you menstruate with dignity, you'll have self-esteem. Your self-esteem will be very high. Even your performance in school, even how you even interact with people will be different. So I always make sure that I make that girl, hata kama uliza, because some of them are even teen mothers and they have gone back to school.
Yeah.
When they have that pad, huwa wanasema, Brenda, at least I have some for the 3 months. At least you bring us we always also distribute dignity packs, which have some essentials for girls, like the oil. Yani tu vitu mzuri ndani, ile girls wakiona wanasema, we can
feel good.
Tunasikia you are really part of us.
Yeah.
So that's what motivates me every day, and I really appreciate all the supporters who support my initiative. GVRC GVRC is like my mother, who has really embraced me and also given me platform to also advocate to the whole world, because menstrual hygiene matters is something that is linked to GBV.
Perfect. We will come to that linkage.
Okay.
I think we can put a pin on that. And maybe before we proceed, again, if you're joining us and you have a question, iandike hapo ama DM. Brenda has spoken about something about men and boys. Unaweza tuambia, how does this project involve men and boys? And you can let the people know which social media handles that they can get in touch to contribute in whatever way that they want.
Okay. Being the project lead, and tell you that I have gone into the communities, and I have got many suggestions of maybe the women and the girls that we are reaching out to like engage men and boys in the discussions on menstrual hygiene. And I can tell you that CFLI GVRC, we have engaged men so many times in the discussions. For example, even the recordings that we're having right now, the person who is co-hosting, or rather the person who is moderating the session, is a man. So, and even if you go to our previous engagements in social media, we've had male engagements, we've had podcasts and talk shows where we've always engaged men. We've had engagements with the school teachers in the discussions on menstrual hygiene. We've also reached out to some, most of the people who facilitate our sessions in the community. You can find we do inclusivity where we have both male and female. However, the project does not really directly involve the boys, like just having a session for the boys, but it is something that we are picking up from the community, from our viewers at home, and even from the suggestions that we have. So it is something that we are picking up, and we will always have sessions with the men, but we have male engagements in our discussions. So where you can reach out in the discussions of these discussions, we have our Facebook platforms at GVRC Kenya. We have our Twitter also at GVRC Kenya, and we have our IG where you can just go share, comment, and like as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Facebook, it's Gender Violence Recovery Center, semicolon, Nairobi Men's Hospital. On all other on YouTube, it's capital G, GVRC _Kenya. On all the other platforms at GVRC Kenya, at GVRC Kenya. You can always DM on the number again, this one, 0800-720-565. Yes, Joanne?
And maybe there's something that I had also forgotten.
Yeah.
Most of our reach in the social media, you'll find it is boys or other men are the ones who mostly comment. So I can say men are also are so much empowered when it comes to topics of menstrual hygiene.
Thank you so much. So like you see, menstrual health and hygiene matters ni ya kila mtu. Hata wanaume, si ndio? So if you have a brother, ensure that you have a son, engage them and talk about these things. Maybe I'd ask you, how can projects and programs talking about menstrual hygiene and education, when you tuseme kwa community katikati, how can they make it more fun and more interactive? Maybe just a word of advice. How can we do this in a fun way so that we ensure maximum participation and people also learn?
Okay. First, I'd say there's a quote that says, nothing for us without us. You must include the right stakeholders. Yeah. Hauwezi kuleta mtu ambao hatumiki hedhi. You can just bring an all men to something that requires ladies to be there. Yeah. So I'd say the first thing is to bring the right people into our engagements. True. Yeah, so that they can say whatever they are suffering, how they want to be held, how they want us to do things, how they want us to take things, to push through things. And number 2, we as menstrual health champions, we should also engage ourselves in the public participations. In this way, we can push for the policies, the right policies, that will help those girls mashinani ambao hawajiwezi kununua hizi sodo and
asante. Thank you very much. And of course, if you're watching and you have any ideas how we can make this bigger, make this better, please feel free. Tuandikia hapo kwa comments ama to DM. Give us your ideas. How can we discuss about GBV and issues of menstrual health and hygiene? If you have some top-notch ideas, innovative ones, share, then we can always get back. You can always also write to us. GVRC@nwch.co.ke. The email is going through here. Get in touch and let's see how we can partner. Yes, Joan, before I go to Joan, then
we can also be our brother's keeper.
Yes.
In that way, wewe ukimwambia mwenzako kuhusu stop stigmatization, stop sijui nini, mtu yuaona kumbe huyu yafanya na example. Lakini wewe ukianza kumwambia mwenzako stop stigmatization na alikupata wewe, ukimstigmatize mwenzako ama msichana yoyote kuhusu hiyo kitu, hata kuheshimu wala hata kuchukulia serious.
For real.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Mimi cha kwanza tunicheke.
Unataka ucheke kutoka.
Kuna neno Lovina anatumia hapa hivi sodo. Si kama ni mimi peke yangu sielewi ama ni sodo. I don't know in English. Always sodo is the sanitary pad. And heavy is the menstruation, the process.
Viewers, I hope siko peke yangu.
Asante sana.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm very sure a lot of people here didn't know what soda. I'm sure Director Njema alisikia soda sasa anashangaa. Napelekea watu soda. Napelekea watu soda. Na hii chunga watu kwetu. Okay, thank you. Focus now. Brenda, what are the linkages between menstrual health and GBV? I know you alluded to some of them, but maybe if you can come out clear. What are the clear linkages between menstrual health and GBV? Contextualize.
Okay, let me take you back to one of the things that we need to do also. We do menstrual hygiene matters interventions. Let's also mind the dignity of these girls we support. So many people have done it just to show they are doing it. Let's be intentional while doing these projects, especially for the girls and women in the community. Because some of us are even exposing them to infections due to some of the sanitary pads quality we are giving them. You shouldn't invest in a pad that you have not done research about it. Let's also do survey, ask the girls which pad do they prefer.
Yeah.
I know it's important to give them the available pad, but let's not make them suffer like they go to hospital. Remember, some of them walk very long distances because the project also supports girls in Kajiado.
Yeah.
Kajiado is one of the counties that is covered with pastoralist community. Remember, if a girl gets sick, they'll take long before they get to hospital. So let's also mind the kind of sanitary pads we give them. The same way to the reusable. I appreciate those who are making the reusable pads, but make sure the products you are using have been verified by KEBS and also the reliable sources that they need to go through before you give to the girls. So many of us are doing it in cocoons. I must call it out because some of the girls we engage, wanasema tumeletewa zingine ndo hizi hapa. Let's mind of what we do. Coming to the linkage between menstrual hygiene and GBV. GBV is a menace that we are all fighting to end. I don't know if we are fighting backward or tunaimaliza. Because if you look at now our economy, kila mtu analia ama nyinyi mko sawa? Ukichange thao, ukienda kubuy pad,
Imeisha.
unarudi na tunabeba Uhuru bag. Naita nini? Hii bag tunabeba. You'll go there with 1,000 shilling ununue pad, imebaki kidogo ununue sukari, and that is it.
Yeah.
Hata soda tu huwezi jinunulia. That's why most of us end up exchanging sex for pads. Exchanging sex for
Extra money
so that yenye tuko nayo isiishe. Remember that when you are doing that, the person you are doing it with, ni favor wamekufanyia, you will do whatever they want you to do, ndo upewe pesa. Some of us are going through a lot. We were even joking here before we started. And it is a matter which is happening.
Yeah.
Girls are going through a lot. You hear of stories in the high ends of Nairobi, uko Kilimani, wapi kwingine? High ends zako ni wapi?
I love it.
Sidhani kama unauliza Joan.
Okay, what you have seen?
Just to confirm.
Joan, you know the high ends of Nairobi and also some other parts of the country, not just Nairobi. I'm just using it as an example because it's one of the areas that have been highlighted, and also social media tunaona.
Yeah.
What our girls are doing in these Airbnbs.
Yeah, sure.
Every day tunawapata wamekata. Unaona femicide inaendelea.
Sure. Yeah.
Because of nini? They want to get that extra money, living that lavish life. Si condemn mtu. But root causes, these are some of the issues. Because if we had them, we wouldn't be minding getting an extra coin. The same way too, I must pin this out to our parents and guardians. Myself, I was never taught about how to insert pad kwa suruali. Even my two sisters, mimi hata nimeshindwa mimi kuwafundisha wenyewe. I'm doing it to other people, but my sisters sasa tumegrow wote pamoja, wazazi wetu wao kutufundisha. Kila mtu kienda shule utajulia huko. My mom, my dad hawajui pads ni how much. Sijawahi enda na wazazi wangu kwa supermarket tukapick pad kwa shelf. Because sikuwahi fundishwa. So I've done it for myself. And that's why I'm so bold of even asking a male friend to buy me. Of which yeye anaweza kuwa mafikiria mabaya, ajue Brenda atalipa na nini kwa kumpa ngono. Ama ni sex?
Zote.
Si hivyo ndo iko.
Pochi la biashara.
Pochi la biashara. Hivyo ndo tutafungua pochi langu la biashara. Na sijui, mwanzo ujue.
Mmeharibia pochi.
Hii ndio pochi, hii ndio ufunguo ya kila kitu.
Hiyo ndio ufunguo.
Remember, mimi nilikuwa naambiwa na marafiki zangu Nairobi, kama una job, hii ndio inaweza kupea. Pochi la biashara inaweza kupea. Inaweza kulipia rent. Usikae njaa. Wish that good life. And no one will blame you.
Yeah.
So, in essence, you say it's also dangerous to use pochi la inputs.
It is.
What are the dangers, Lavi?
The dangers, apart from that getting pregnant, there's also sicknesses. There's the STI, there's HIV. Na unaona siku hizi Trump ashakataa. Hakuna tena kuleta madawa. Kwa hivyo watu wajichunge. Watu wajichunge, hakuna madawa tena.
Trump alisema wamefuelewa kitu. Madawa zinakuja.
Lakini I think the point was tujinulie.
Yeah.
Tuache dini ngono.
Watu waache ngono kiolela.
Thank you. Now, but of course, there's a clear linkage.
Yeah.
There's a clear danger.
Yeah.
Whether you engage in pochi la biashara willingly or not, or whether somebody is forcing you because for you to survive. Maybe very quickly as we come to the end, yani hiyo kitu imekimbia bwana. Lakini remember, if you have any question, fanya hivyo. As we near the end, probably kitu tusisahau. I'll read a statement very quickly. Alafu randomly mna shout tu, si ndivyo? Nataka mniambie which one is a myth. Tell me if it's a myth or a fact. Sawa. Menstruation is dirty.
Myth.
Menstruation is dirty.
Myth.
You can't exercise during your periods.
Myth.
Menstruation hygiene products are a basic right. Fact.
Yeah.
Mkon point sana.
Hiyo number 2 ilikuwa inasema?
Tulikuwa tunasema you cannot exercise during unataka kuchange. You cannot exercise during periods.
No, it is a strong myth. Yeah.
You do exercise.
I wanted to emphasize that.
Hata inasaidia sana.
Inasaidia.
But remember there are some, hapo tunaweza rudi tufikirie kwanza. Juu kuna ushaona mademo na time wako wananyesha wanalia. Wako na
the pain,
very nini pain.
The cramp.
Those can be substituted, but others are fine.
Hakuna zile ni adverse, but you can still. And for people who exercise like me, don't worry, no pain.
Yeah,
no gain.
No pain, no gain.
So to pain.
Yeah.
It's easy, young. So thank you so much. This is that's a cast behind.
Which exercise are we talking about?
I lift weights.
Yeah.
And people are also weight.
Yeah.
So weightlifting is my thing. So if you know, you know. So thank you. You can get in touch with us through our social media platforms. Hii conversation imekuwa power.
Yep.
I think we should take this to a podcast now, you know?
That's right.
And hata kama next time kuleta wanaume tukwe hapa tupige story.
Yeah.
Remember that MH, menstrual health, hygiene matters. Menstrual health is a right. There is no harm in boys knowing these things. Yeah. I have a daughter, I buy sanitary towels.
You have a mama.
Deski yangu ya ofisi niko na sanitary. And it's something that
inaitwa okoa jahazi.
Yeah, you should not be ashamed of.
Okoa jahazi, yeah.
It's good.
She should be there.
Yeah, normalize working with them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Special thanks to my powerful team here. I think we should do this again and again and again. Sindivyo?
Yep.
Parting shot, Joan?
My parting shot is let's embrace the menstrual hygiene talks and let's end stigma around MH. Thank you so much. This has been Joanne Zilpa among the podcasters.
Yeah, thank you. The one who loved what? Sex. Let's go to you. Lovin.
My parting shot. Nothing for us without us. And you must engage yourself for you to be engaged.
Thank you. Lavina anasema hiyo kizungu ni ngumu. Engage yourself.
Niliongea Kiswahili sana. Lazima nishtue mbingu.
Na Kiswahili chako pia mufti. Kama Lovina wasema Nakuru lakini Kiswahili chako kosti.
Ni Mungu.
Kiswahili chako kimeenda shule.
It's God, it's God.
Wewe na kuomba usijaribu kuongea Kiswahili. Parting shot.
Lakini nafahamu Kiswahili. Mimi nafahamu Kiswahili. Si
Parting shot ni nini kwa Kiswahili?
parting shot.
Za kwenda.
Mambo yachemka.
Okay, my parting shot is let's embrace as our emblem for my body states. Dignity is the right to choose. Let's not make adolescent girls and young women to choose things on menstrual hygiene, which we say matters, which does not dignify them. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Hayo nitawatch mara tatu nielewe. And this is from GVRC, Gender Violence Recovery Center. Special thanks. Yani gratitude za dhati to the Embassy of Canada in Kenya through the CFLI project, Canadian Funds for Local Initiative. Thanks to you who's joined to watch and participate. Thank you to those ones that are going to DM us with ideas and how we can all those work together. Catch you on the next one, next Wednesday. Is there a next one?
Yes, definitely.
Let's keep talking. Asanteni sana. Signing off. This is John Chege from GVRC. Our toll-free number 0800-720-565. DM us any place. Asante.
Usinyamaze, ongea.